Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. Here's a recap of our top stories from 2024. 2 new council members joined the Hazleton City Council in January. Tommy Bruno and John Nils were elected to the council in 2023 and began their term in January. During the first organizational meeting of the year, the 2 new council members were sworn into office along with newly re-elected Mayor Jeff Cassat. We had the chance to speak with Bruno after the meeting about his new role in the city of Hazleton.
I'm actually very excited. I've been following local politics for many years, and I'm glad I have the opportunity now and the time to get involved personally, and I'm looking forward to moving the city in a positive direction.
Bruno has lived in Hazleton his entire life, and he said he understands the issues that many residents face. Bruno said he hopes to address these concerns with the council and work with them to improve the city.
Well, I speak to a lot of people when I'm out, and people make it known to me what their issues are, so that's kind of what my issues are, and number one from most people are the roads. So we're hoping to maybe even get some more money out to get these roads done at a quicker pace, because as soon as they get fixed, they're all a mess again because the time's taking too long to flip them around. So that's my #1 top priority right now, and just keeping the budget balanced.
During the meeting, Councilmember Jim Perry was also re-elected to serve as Council President, alongside Mark Ondishin, who was elected as Council Vice President. Hazleton Mayor Jeff Cassat said he looked forward to continuing to work with Perry and make improvements in the Hazleton area during 2024.
We just want to continue what we're doing. We did a great job with the paving and our police department, our fire department. We did so much with the streets this year, and the recreation department. So we just want to continue making Hazleton a great place to live.
The swearing-in day ceremony was held at Hazleton City Hall on January 2nd. A national banner ceremony was held at Hazleton Area High School on January 30th to recognize the school as the 2023 National Banner Unified Champion School. Hazleton Area High School was one of only 4 schools in Pennsylvania selected to receive the recognition from the Special Olympics National Headquarters. Only 24 schools in the state have ever received this honor, which is achieved by meeting 10 national standards of excellence. Some of Hazleton area's efforts to promote inclusivity include starting a unified track and field and bocce team, creating a unified cougar club, and holding a district-wide celebration for Autism Awareness Day. A community banner celebration was held to commemorate the honor during halftime of the Hazleton versus Crestwood boys basketball game that evening. 6 firefighters were transported to the hospital following the collision of 2 fire trucks on Saturday, March 2nd. The crash took place at the intersection of State Route 309 and Butler Drive in Drums between a Hazel Township Fire and Rescue ladder truck and a fire truck from Valley Regional Fire and Rescue. The 2 trucks collided while on their way to assist at a fire in Beach Mountain Lakes. According to officials, the crash occurred when the Valley Regional truck was traveling east on West Butler Drive and failed to yield to the Hazel Township ladder truck traveling north through the intersection. Following an investigation, Colby Bugnar from Drums was cited for a red light violation in connection with the crash. 4 of the 6 injured firefighters were from Hazel Township Fire and Rescue's ladder truck, while the other 2 were from the Valley Regional Rescue truck. All 6 patients were released from the hospital shortly afterward. Only minor and moderate injuries were reported. In July, 4 volunteer firefighters and a dispatcher were honored with awards for valor at the Hazel Township Supervisors meeting in recognition of their efforts following the crash. A grand opening was held on Thursday, March 21st to commemorate the opening of Luzerne County offices at Hazleton City Hall. Staff members from various offices, including the Register of Wills, Recorder of Deeds, Treasurers, and other offices, were at the event to celebrate the big opening. We spoke with Luzerne County Manager Imelda Crocomo to get her thoughts on the grand opening of the offices in Hazleton.
It was a goal of mine when I started in May of 2023, and the fact that we're opening these offices here today is a project that we completed. We completed it in a very short period of time, and it means a lot, not just for the people of the southern part of the county, but the entire county as well.
Crocomo also told us how the idea for the county offices in Hazleton came about.
This came about, actually, I was approached by individuals when I first started in May that they wanted to be able to get their gun permits here in Hazleton. And it really just started out with the idea of having the sheriff's office here and maybe I would have an office here. And then Jem Pecor and I met with the mayor, and it blossomed into having all of our row offices here and other offices, administrative offices here in the city of Hazleton.
The project required cooperation between the City of Hazleton and Luzerne County, and Kokomo was happy to tell us that the process has gone smoothly.
It was seamless. The mayor and his staff were extremely helpful, and we hope to use this as a template and a blueprint to work with other municipalities for joint programs. We are committed to make sure that our cities and our municipalities are strong, because stronger cities and stronger municipalities makes a stronger Luzerne County.
City Councilman Tommy Bruno was also in attendance at the event and gave his thoughts on offering these services closer to home for Hazleton residents.
It's valuable because we are part of the county, and sometimes we just didn't feel like we were a part. We were a part when it came time to pay taxes, but to have services here for us to use in where we live instead of having to travel makes it very valuable to us.
The space is being leased from the City of Hazleton for $42,000 annually through December 31st, 2025. The row offices are open from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. on Tuesdays and Thursdays. 5 people were arrested in April after human remains were found in the basement of a home on Carlisle Street in Wilkes-Barre. According to police, the remains were discovered on February 27th and later identified as Nicole Cuevas Ingram of Michigan. During a press conference on April 9th, the Luzerne County District Attorney said Cuevas had been living in the home with several roommates in April of 2023 when she was kidnapped, handcuffed to a pole, and beaten to death. Jason Race, Faith Beamer, William Wolfe, Sarai Doyle, and Desiree Lynette have all been arrested and charged in connection with the case. Police say the owner of the home, Deborah Fox, was also found dead in a wooded area along the North Cross Valley Expressway on March 26th. All 5 suspects are currently behind bars at the Luzerne County Correctional Facility with denied bail. A new annual concert series kicked off at City View Park in Hazleton this summer. Based on the popular Rockin' the River concert series in Wilkes-Barre, Rockin' the Mountains is a collaboration between the City of Hazleton and Visit Luzerne County. The series kicked off on June 21st with Philadelphia Freedom, a tribute to Elton John. We spoke with Allie McKittrick, the Hazleton Director of Parks and Recreation, about her favorite part of the event.
I think just the live music. The live music is just, there's something about it. When you hear the music blaring, it just puts you in a good mood. It feels great, and that's my favorite part.
In total, the concert series spanned 3 weeks with a free concert each Friday night. Other groups featured during the concert series included An Evening with Stevie, a tribute to Stevie Nicks and Fleetwood Mac, and Danny V's 52nd Street Band. Each night, a local band was also featured as the opening act. The concert series was announced during a press conference in February. During the announcement, Luzerne County Manager Imelda Crocomo said she was thrilled to bring the concert series to the southern part of the county.
When I became the county manager, I thought we need to include the southern part of the county, not just because it is my home, but because it's a vital part of Luzerne County. Jem Pecor and I talked about it. We thought about one concert here in Hazleton. We met with Alan, and then we met with the mayor, and of course it bloomed into the 3 concerts. And I just want to thank everyone for their hard work. We are so looking forward to it. This is a free concert. It's going to have wonderful music, food, bring your friends, and your air guitar.
The concert series ran from Friday, June 21st to Friday, July 5th at the City View Park in Hazleton. One Pennsylvania resident was killed during an assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump in July. The attempted assassination took place during an election rally in Butler County, Pennsylvania on Saturday, July 13th. Although the former president only sustained a gunshot wound to the ear, officials report that Pennsylvania resident and firefighter Corey Comparador was fatally shot while protecting his family from the bullets. 2 other people were also reported injured following the gunfire. Investigators have identified the shooter as 20-year-old Thomas Crooks from Bethel Park, Pennsylvania, who was shooting an AR-15 from the roof of a nearby building. Former President Donald Trump told reporters that the assassination attempt was a surreal experience and that the Secret Service did a fantastic job in responding to the threat. In one of the closest elections in recent memory, Republican Jamie Walsh secured the 117th district seat in the Pennsylvania House following months of appealed rulings on ballots. Walsh competed for the seat against incumbent Republican Mike Cabell during the April 23rd primary. The result was certified by the Luzerne County Board of Elections on Monday, September 23rd, 5 months later. Cabell conceded the race that afternoon, congratulating Walsh and wishing him well as he takes on the responsibility of representing the 117th District. In the finalized count, Walsh defeated Cabell by 4 votes. Walsh later ran uncontested during the November general election. Coming up on WYLN News, we look back on some more of our top stories from 2024. But first, we'll take a look at our 5-day forecast brought to you by the WYLN Weather Kids. We'll be right back.
WYLN News brought to you by Lehigh Valley Health Network Express Care. Now open on the Airport Beltway in Hazel Township. Walk-in care 365 days a year for common illness and minor injuries. We want your child to be our WYLN Weather Kid. Your child can be our feature weather reporter of the day on WYLN News and WYLN social media posts just by using your smartphone or any video recording device. It's easy. All ages are welcome, from toddlers to teens. To find out how, go to the weather section of WYLNTV.com or look for our post about it on the WYLN News Facebook page. Submit your Weather Kid video today.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Tune in and see all the unique places to stay and things to do in the Pocono Mountains. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35. Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicap accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Hey, did you know WYLN posts news stories and other bonus content on social media all week long? The Weather Kids, Fresh from the Farm, Everyday Heroes, Let's Talk Sports, Feel Good Friday, daily news stories, and more. Visit WYLNTV.com, Facebook, and YouTube to check it out. WYLN, the local leader on social media. We're your local network.
Welcome back to WYLN's Year in Review, where we recap the top stories from 2024. The Hazleton Area School District held a ceremony on October 8th to honor a former Hazleton coach and educator and to promote a new instructional basketball league for the district. During the ceremony, Hazleton Athletic Director Fred Barletta presented a plaque to the family of the late Francis Libinati, who inspired countless students and athletes in the Hazleton area in his roles as coach, teacher, and administrator. Barletta said he was excited to be able to honor the late coach by naming the new league after him.
I was thrilled when I heard the idea. We're at a stage right now in our community where a lot of the youth programs are just disappearing. For many years, PAL basketball and other assorted youth leagues, they've gone out of business. So there was a definite void for this. And then when he came up with the idea that this would be named after Fran Libinati, oh my gosh, that's a winner because, again, anybody who has ever had the privilege to know him, meet him, such a special guy, and what he lived for his whole life, sports, youth sports, education, that was what he did his whole life. I don't think there's anybody in my lifetime that has had a profound influence in the Hazleton Area School District as Fran Libinati has.
Libinati's grandson, Franklin Ritz, is currently a senior at Hazleton Area High School and attended the ceremony with his family. Ritz said his grandfather would have been pleased with the honor.
It's amazing because he always, before he got older and started getting sick, he was just the most active guy who would always be willing to do anything. And I mean, he would love just coming to me playing little guy basketball, little guy baseball, and he would come out and teach guys how to shoot, teach guys how to play. So I mean, just having all these kids around here, and I mean, I know he's smiling somewhere. That's for sure. He's definitely smiling.
Hazleton Area High School basketball coach Pat Brogan said the goal of the instructional league is to build skills and encourage sportsmanship in young players while giving them an opportunity to compete. As a former student of Libinati, Brogan said he was pleased to suggest naming the program after his late mentor.
He was always funny, he was always uplifting, always in a good mood, always joking, but he loves what he did. And when people love what they do, that passion comes out, and it's like a perfume. It goes all over people. And I think I definitely caught some of that perfume, and I hope that I could live my life and coach and teach, and just with a small morsel of how much he touched my life.
Brogan said another important aspect of the program is the involvement of high school students in teaching the youth.
The kids look up to the high school players, and they'll come to the games, and that's one of the things we're trying to get the kids to. Once they buy in and they want to compete at in the instruction league, then they see the kids, hey, I remember that kid coaching and teaching me. They go see him play at the high school, and they see the big crowds and hopefully success, and inspires them to work hard.
The league is made up of 8 elementary/middle schools and is hoped to be an annual program. Former President Donald Trump was elected the 47th President of the United States over current Vice President Kamala Harris during the November 5th general election. Trump's victory came after winning several battleground states such as Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, and Wisconsin. In total, Trump secured 312 electoral votes compared to Harris's 226. In Pennsylvania, results show that Trump secured 50.4% of the vote, while Harris received 48.7%. County results also show that Trump took the lead over Harris locally in Columbia, Luzerne, Schuylkill, and Carbon counties. Following a very close and heated race, Republican Dave McCormick has been elected to represent Pennsylvania in the U.S. Senate. McCormick beat out incumbent Senator Bob Casey, who has served as Pennsylvania Senator for the past 3 terms. The final count for the race came down to less than 0.25%, triggering an automatic recount across the state. However, the recount was halted when Casey conceded the race on Thursday, November 21st, 2 weeks after the election. McCormick will take office at the conclusion of Casey's current term on January 3rd. A former Hazleton police officer was sentenced to up to 35 years in prison on Friday, November 22nd, after being convicted on charges of attempted homicide and aggravated assault. Liddell Hannon was convicted after officials say he set off an explosive device outside the home of his estranged wife's boyfriend, Harrison Jordan, in December of 2021. According to officials, Hannon worked as a city police officer in Hazleton at the time of the incident. Hannon was convicted on charges of attempted homicide, weapons of mass destruction, causing catastrophe, and stalking. He was sentenced to 17.5 to 35 years in prison in connection with the incident. A man from Brooklyn was sentenced to up to 30 years in prison in November for the murder of his co-worker in West Hazleton in 2020. Officers say the murder took place on June 27, 2020, when Giovanni Morales Jr. beat 29-year-old Jonathan Hernandez to death in his apartment on Winters Avenue. Investigators say Morales had been staying with Hernandez at the time of the murder while the two worked together as roofers. State troopers issued a warrant for Morales' arrest on August 5, 2020 for charges of criminal homicide, robbery, and theft. Morales was arrested 3 years later in 2023 by police in Connecticut after Morales allegedly robbed a bank in Hartford. According to officials, Morales pled guilty to the murder on Monday, November 25th, and was immediately sentenced to 15 to 30 years in state prison. The American Cancer Society Telethon returned to Hazleton on Saturday, November 23rd for its 46th year. The annual telethon featured a wide variety of music and entertainment, as well as personal interviews with cancer survivors. This year's telethon ran from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. at the Pennsylvania Theater of Performing Arts and raised over $125,000. Telethon co-chair Jane Daugherty said that a portion of the money raised will be used to fund cancer research.
A large portion of it goes toward research. Research has made a lot of difference in cancer cures and treatments. We have funded 53 Nobel Prize winners for the American Cancer Society researchers, and we're getting better every day. More and more new developments are happening and taking place so that people can recover from their disease, become survivors.
The rest of the funds will be used to support local cancer patients in the area.
The other place where the money goes is for patient services. One of our biggest programs is the Road to Recovery program. We will provide free rides to treatment, free rides to your doctor's appointments. We have about 10 drivers these days, and last year we provided, I would say we provided close to 1,000 rides in 2023. Drivers will take you locally, and some of our drivers will take you out of town. So if you need to go to Philadelphia, or if you need to go to Wilkes-Barre or Hershey, our drivers will do that. It is a free service. We also have a place where you can stay in Philadelphia while you're undergoing treatment. You and your family can stay free. It's called Hope Lodge. And so far in 2024, Northeastern Pennsylvania residents have spent 4,000 nights at the Hope Lodge in Philadelphia.
If you missed it, the telethon can still be viewed on the WYLN TV 35 YouTube channel. This has been WYLN's annual Year in Review. We look forward to bringing you the latest news and updates in 2025. From all of us here at WYLN, we'd like to wish you a Happy New Year.
Your guide to everything Pocono Mountains is PTN, the Pocono Television Network. Watch PTN on WYLN.
Like and follow WYLN News on Facebook for the WYLN News Midday Update. When it's serious, there's only one health network with seriously innovative health institutes. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. S.J. Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Renai, and trained comfort specialists, call S.J. Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
Are you sitting at home living in pain? Maybe it's in your hands, maybe your back or your hips. The good news is you don't need to live in pain. Why? Because there is Omega XL, a one-of-a-kind, natural, powerful joint relief supplement created from the green lip mussels of New Zealand. Drug-free, non-habit forming. It's small, easy to swallow, and it's backed by more than 40 years of clinical research. As I was getting older, my joints started to feel that wear and tear. But then I tried Omega XL and it changed my life. If you're experiencing daily aches and pains due to aging and overuse, try Omega XL and see the difference it can make in your life.
Buy one, get two free. 2 bottles of Omega XL plus Vitamin XL D3, a value of more than $85. Call today and you pay only $39.95. Plus, you have nothing to lose because it's backed by our 60-day money-back guarantee. Call now.
WYLN programming is online all the time. Visit our website at WYLNTV.com to check out archive shows and a live stream of our broadcasts. And don't forget to visit all of our social media pages for breaking news, weather, and sports. You can also head directly to our YouTube page for all our programming at youtube.com/WYLNTV35. Subscribe and ring that bell so you get notified every time there's a new show available online.
Hey, it's Justin from Grand Central, and our trained sleep professionals are here to help you sleep like never before. With an extensive line of Sealy and Stearns & Foster mattresses, we are sure to find you the right mattress at the right price. Free delivery and removal, interest-free financing for up to 60 months, and same or next day delivery on select models.
And don't forget, everyday low prices. Stop in to one of our 2 locations, Route 93 in Escapec,
or downtown Hazleton,
and see why Northeast and Central Pennsylvania sleeps better with Grand Central.
Come shoot at Whitetail Preserve, 118 Boulevard Road in Bloomsburg. Their skeet, trap, and sporting clay fields are professionally designed, and all stations are handicapped accessible. Whitetail Preserve has resident shooting instructors certified by the NRA in shotgun, rifle, pistol, home safety, and personal protection in the home. Whitetail can also cater any size event, whether it be a private party, corporate event, or wedding. Call 570-384-2314 or 570-790-8969. Attention WYLN viewers, WYLN TV can now be seen on the Hazelton Service Electric Cablevision HD tier, channel 507, and over the air at 35.1. WYLN, we're your local network.
PPW Nation, get ready for the best of PPW Season 2. Join Paul Bowe, E. Julius Kuiper, Alexander Bravado, Tom Mitchell, and Alex Watt as we take you down memory lane and relive some of the best PPW matches of all time. Saturdays at 5 p.m., Sundays at 10 p.m., only on WYLN.
Do you like craft beer? Do you want to learn the right way to sample wine? How about checking out a restaurant with a unique flavor or a crazy food challenge? These are just some of the things we are featuring on Wine, Hops, and Road Stops. So, spend some time learning about great wine, great beer, and great food on WYLN TV 35. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call WYLN News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@WYLNTV.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
You're watching WYLN TV 35.